In the space of a week, Serbian President since 2004, Boris Tadic, announced the arrest of Europe's most wanted war crimes indictee, former Bosnian Serb military commander Ratko Mladic. He oversaw the extradition to The Hague, and Tadic explained to his fellow Serbians his decision to do that. A majority of Serbs consider Mladic a hero. In Belgrade, he told Euronews that reconciliation in the Balkans must encompass everyone.
President Tadic, my first question will come as no surprise, but 16 years on the run, 11 of them in Serbia proper. How do you answer to critics who say that the arrest of Ratko Mladic is too little, too late?
My answer is very simple, and I can explain easily what happened. Within 16 years, we didn't have the same governments on the power. Within 16 years, we had a democratic revolution in Serbia. 16 years ago, that was a government of Slobodan Milošević. Until October the 5th, 2000, Ratko Mladic has been walking freely. He has been protected by the people from the state. This is crystal clear. We had political tensions in my country, but after forming current government, we formed a new National Security Council, we implemented reforms, and from the beginning of that process we arrested Radovan Karadzic, and 2.5 years after that, Ratko Mladic.
I read this editorial that said tracking war criminals is a bit like waiting for a bus, that you can wait a very, very long time and finally two come along, in this case Osama bin Laden and Mladic. What do you think of this comparison, especially when there are some who hint that you, like President Obama, may have had something to do with the bus schedule?
This is not simply the truth, and what to say about that kind of comments. I mean, for Serbia it was much better to fulfill that obligation earlier. Many years ago, every day of our investigation was extremely painful for Serbia. The moral price in the international community was extremely high. We lost many investors in the past few years. Politically speaking, if I can choose the other data for finishing that process, it's much more efficient to do that before a decision of chief of European Union states about data for accession talks than today.
I saw an opinion poll. I know we have to always be careful of opinion polls, but one that was taken shortly before Mladic was arrested, and it said, you know, only 34% of Serbs thought that supported arresting Mladic, and I think it was 80% said they would not give away his hideout even if they knew it. With these kind of surveys, how did you end up deciding to deliver Mladic to The Hague?
If you are calculating with opinion polls and with a common approach of your people being president or politician, you are not deserving to be president or politician. I'm not saying that Ratko Mladic was participating during the war always in cases like Srebrenica. I'm not saying that he didn't defend ordinary Serbian people that were living in Bosnia and Herzegovina. He did it. I know that in that war there was many extremists on all sides, Bosniak and Croatian side. But Srebrenica case is such serious allegation, which means that he has to be in the Hague Tribunal, to be treated within fair process, but he has to make some answers. That is how I see current situation. At the same time, finishing that process by capturing all indictees, we are creating better atmosphere in terms of reconciliation between us.
Kosovo. Now that Mladic and Karadzic are at The Hague, Kosovo is obviously the biggest obstacle to joining the European Union. Is it inevitable that Serbia must someday recognize Kosovo, or at least normalize relations?
I'm not expecting that European Union politicians are going to try to convince me to recognize Kosovo independence. Those that are going to try to do something like that will fail. But at the same time, I'm not expecting that Serbia can bring the new conflict within the European Union. And that is why we tabled a resolution with 27 European Union countries in General Assembly of the United Nations last summer, and we opened dialogue with Pristina. There are many solutions, but those solutions has to be agreed. We need the other side to be more flexible, ready for dialogue, brave, and to be innovative. If we are strict, rigid, we cannot find solution for problems that are existing for more than 100 years on the Balkans. Okay, I'm not very happy because of being involved in the old problems on the Balkans, even though I'm not guilty because of problems that are existing for more than 100 years. But I'm asking everyone to take into the consideration to respect legitimate Serbian interests. We are member state of United Nations. We are one of the founders of United Nations. We are an old country, and we have our legitimate rights. We have identity. The origin of our identity is on Kosovo. But we are ready to talk and to find a solution.
Which will not be easy, but...
But what is easy? Is it easy to find Ratko Mladic? To capture Slobodan Milošević, Radovan Karadzic, two former presidents of Serbia, presidents of Republika Srpska, all generals? It's not very easy to take that kind of risks. I'm always ready to take risks if we have a rational and a promisable future. If we can find a solution for problems that are creating unsustainable atmosphere in the region, if we can find a really rational strategy, and at the end of the day to bring all people that are living on the Balkans within European Union.